rehab centres. Plans are underway for elderly care and disability centres, in addition to the construction of the National Centre for the Disabled of Cambodia. The Minister also referred to hosting of the 5th Asian Pacific Conference on Persons with Disabilities from March 15 to 17, 2023, which culminated in the adoption of the Phnom Penh Statement. Minister Samoti also acknowledged the ongoing challenges faced by the social sector, including climate change, infectious disease, migration, homelessness, human and labour trafficking, sexual exploitation, drug use and demographic shifts. These issues underscore the need for the continued collaborative efforts to diverse effective solutions. The Ministry has revamped its structure and initiated 4 key programs to bolster the social security net and improve social protection. These programs are aimed to enhance social services, victim rehabilitation, social protection incentives, and sector governance, focusing on the welfare of those most at risk. Anthony Ellis, EAC News.
You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. Prime Minister Hun Manet held a meeting with his Council of Ministers today to review his administration's progress and discuss areas of improvement. He specifically called for action in reducing drunk driving and ensuring Cambodia's irrigation systems are ready to handle a prolonged dry season. During the Council of Ministers meeting, the Prime Minister instructed the Ministry of Agriculture to work with the National Committee for Disaster Management so they can inspect and restore irrigation systems as much as possible and solve water shortages because climate change will likely prolong the dry season. He said that water resources have been drained even further since farmers began growing more rice as its market value increased. The Prime Minister also asked the Ministry of Information to cooperate with the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Commerce to set up a specific executive group to monitor alcohol advertising. The decision is part of a wider campaign the government has recently implemented to address alcohol abuse in Cambodia, including banning women and children from appearing in alcohol ads and disseminating information on the dangers of drunk driving. The Prime Minister has also asked the police to better enforce traffic laws, especially when it comes to suspects driving under the influence. Kristen Winters, EAC News. The Ministry of Public Works and Transport announced that a new bridge will be built across the Basak River. After a meeting on Wednesday morning, Secretary of State Suong Hang announced that the bridge will span from Chakangkre Krom to Prek Pra districts across the Basak River. The bridge and the connecting road are to be built under the concessional credit framework of the Chinese government. The bridge is to help reduce traffic congestion across the Monivong Bridge, connecting National Road 1 in Chba Ampao. The new bridge will also help accelerate the development of the area and improve the efficiency of transportation and logistics in Phnom Penh. He also pointed out that the royal government plans to build 2 more bridges across the river, the Cambodia-South Korea Friendship Bridge and the bridge connecting the expressway from Phnom Penh to Bavet. Kristen Winters, EAC News. You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. Prime Minister Hun Manet held meetings with commerce representatives from Japan and the United States this morning, where he promoted Cambodia's attractive investment laws and policies in hopes of gaining more foreign investment in textiles, real estate, and small businesses. EAC News reporter Anthony Ellis has the story.
This morning, the Prime Minister met Japan Chamber of Commerce representative Yoshihisa Suzuki, who said that his commitment to interested in expanding the investment in the textile sector in Cambodia in the form of original equipment manufacturing. More domestic manufacturing will result in even more clothing sporting a Made in Cambodian tag. Mr. Suzuki emphasised Japan's existing investment in Cambodia in the textile, gas supply and agriculture sectors and said his visit is to explore more options for investment and economic development in Cambodia. Prime Minister Hun Manet also held a meeting with the American Chambers of Commerce President Devin Bada, who expressed AmCham's interest in attracting foreign investment in Cambodia in real estate market and women-owned small businesses. He specifically noted that the United States' commitment to providing trained and skills development programs to help women build resilient enterprises in Cambodia. In both meetings, Prime Minister Hun Manet praised the good cooperation between Cambodian government and the Foreign Commerce Chambers. He encouraged Japan and the US to expand the potential for further investment in Cambodia with confidence. He also highlighted the attractivenesses of the new investment laws and incentive policies for investors and businesses to enter more favourable and flexible investment environment. Anthony Ellis, EAC News.
You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. Prime Minister Hun Manet says that the Cambodian agricultural sector continues to remain strong and thanked the Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries for its contribution in easing economic stress despite global downturns. The Prime Minister spoke at the Ministry of Agriculture's meeting yesterday to review its performance for 2023 and to decide on a direction for 2024. The Prime Minister praised the achievements of the ministry for 2023, especially in ensuring food security and reducing domestic food inflation, despite global food prices rising as a result of COVID-19 and geopolitical complexities, which have had a profound effect on Cambodia's socio-economic situation.
គណៈពេលដែលពិភពលោកប្រឈមនឹងបញ្ហាប្រែប្រួលអាកាសធាតុកាន់តែខ្លាំងដែលបណ្ដាលឲ្យមានវិបត្តិស្បៀងអាហារនិងការព្រួយបារម្ភអំពីសន្តិសុខស្បៀងដែលញ៉ាំងឲ្យប្រទេសមួយចំនួនឈានទៅដល់ការដាក់កម្រិតការនាំចេញស្បៀងអាហារក្តីក៏វិស័យកសិកម្មនៅកម្ពុជានៅតែសម្រេចបាននូវកំណើនល្អនៅក្នុងឆ្នាំ2023នេះ
According to the ministry's summary report for 2023, total agricultural production increased 6% when compared to 2022. Of the total production, rice accounted for the most, followed by horticulture, industrial products, and rubber. At the same time, the Minister of Agriculture said that Cambodia has officially exported a total of 8.82 million tons of agricultural products, worth more than $4.79 billion. Cambodia has a surplus of nearly 7 million tons of rice for 2023, up from 4.5 million tons the previous year. While rice is one of Cambodia's main exports, he noted that many countries already buy their rice from dozens of others, leaving little room for Cambodia to enter their rice market. He advised ministries to take an inventory of other countries' agricultural products to see how Cambodian products can supply their market needs. Kristen Winters, EAC News.
You're watching EAC News. Thanks for joining us. Prime Minister Hun Manet emphasised the importance of protecting Cambodia's national interests. His comments followed the recent arrest of sentencing of 2 Taiwanese nationals accusing of producing videos that harm the country's reputation. We will defend our nation's interests, the Prime Minister declared. He linked his statement to the arrest of 2 individuals in Seatnaville who were sentenced to 2 years in prison. Prime Minister Hun Manet acknowledged pleas from intervention in the case, citing defenders' ill mothers. However, he maintained his first stance. If the mothers are unwell, he stated, they should have remained home to take care of them, not flown here to damage their chosen homeland. He issued a direct warning to others contemplating similar actions. Those who exploit Cambodia for online content to gain views at the expense of the national's reputation would face strict legal consequences, he declared. This includes imprisonment, expulsion, and lifetime ban from re-entering Cambodia. Anthony Ellis, EAC News.
In the heart of the Cambodian jungle lies a majestic testament to the ingenuity and artistry of the ancient Khmer civilization, the Ko Khe Temple. Recently named as the 34th top travel destination for 2024 by the New York Times, Ko Khe offers a unique glimpse into Cambodia's rich cultural heritage. Built in the 10th century during the reign of King Jayavarman IV, Ko Khe was once the capital of the Khmer Empire for a brief period. It boasts over 40 structures scattered across an 81 square kilometer site, but its crowning glory is the 7-tiered pyramid, Prasat Thom. Prasat Thom stands at an impressive 36 meters high, offering a panoramic view of the entire complex and the surrounding jungle. It's a physical and symbolic ascent to the heavens, a hallmark of Khmer architectural genius. Ko Khe is not just an architectural wonder, but also a treasure trove of Khmer art. The site is renowned for its exquisite sculptures, particularly the renowned Ko Khe style lions and Garudas, which are now prized exhibits in museums around the world. As Ko-Kay rises in prominence as a travel destination, conservation efforts have intensified. These efforts ensure that the temple's artistic and historical significance is preserved for future generations while making it accessible to tourists from around the globe. Visiting Ko-Kay is more than a journey into the past. It's an immersive experience in the vibrant culture of Cambodia. Local communities around the temple offer a warm welcome to visitors, sharing their traditions, cuisine, and stories. Ko-Kay Temple, a hidden jewel in Cambodia's crown, awaits to tell its centuries-old tales. This ancient marvel is not just a monument, but a living legacy of a glorious civilization.
តើលោកអ្នកចិត្តរៀបអាពាហ៍ពិពាហ៍មែនទេហើយពិបាករកក្រុមហ៊ុនថតវីដេអូផ្សាយផ្ទាល់ដែលមានគុណភាពមែនទេអស់កង្វល់ Ratika ជាក្រុមហ៊ុនទទួលស្គាល់លំដាប់អន្តរជាតិលើសេវាកម្មថតផ្សាយផ្ទាល់គ្រប់កម្មវិធីកម្រិត 4K ដំបូងបង្អស់នៅកម្ពុជា Ratika ប្រើប្រាស់ឧបករណ៍ទំនើបម៉ាកល្បីៗធានាគុណភាពការផលិតតាមបច្ចេកវិទ្យាទាន់សម័យ Ratika នឹងជួយធ្វើឲ្យកម្មវិធីលោកអ្នកកាន់តែមានភាពអស្ចារ្យលោកអ្នកនឹងបានឃើញរាល់សកម្មភាពក្នុងពិធីទៅលើកញ្ចក់ទូរទស្សន៍ទំហំធំកម្រិត 4K និងការបញ្ចាំងលើផ្ទាំងក្រណាត់សព្រមទាំង LED ដែលមានរូបភាពច្បាស់ត្រជាក់ភ្នែកសូមអញ្ជើញកក់ពីឥឡូវនេះតាមរយៈលេខទូរស័ព្ទ 012 823 848 017 838 889 និង 016 823 848 Ratika ទំនុកចិត្តការទទួលខុសត្រូវនិងគុណភាពខ្ពស់ Ratika Entertainment ក្រុមតន្ត្រីអាជីពកំសាន្តបែបស្រាលពីរោះមិនថ្លង់ភ្ញៀវរំភើបចិត្តពិធីរឹតតែអស្ចារ្យ Relax Ratika Entertainment ញ៉ាំងឲ្យកម្មវិធីលោកអ្នកកាន់តែមានភាពអធិកអធម Ratika Entertainment ក្រុមតន្ត្រីដ៏ល្អសម្រាប់ក្រុមគ្រួសារលោកអ្នកសូមអញ្ជើញកក់ពីឥឡូវនេះសម្រាប់កម្មវិធីលោកអ្នកតាមរយៈលេខទូរស័ព្ទ 017 838 889 012 823 848 និង 016 823 848
If it's happening and you need to know about it, you'll get it all right here. EAC News brings you updates and breaking news in English across all of our platforms and channels. The EAC News app, YouTube, Facebook, Telegram, Twitter, and our website www.eacnews.asia. EAC News' passionate team of reporters, writers, cameramen and video editors are hard at work around the clock, bringing you world-class reports on everything from local and regional news to the latest international stories and the most dramatic footage from around the world. It takes meetings, research, phone calls and emails. And that's before we even get out of the newsroom and onto the set.
I'm Anthony Ellis, a news reporter for EAC News. Thanks for watching.
Cambodian tourist to China. I'm Kristen Winters. I'm a news reporter with EAC News. Thank you for watching.
I'm Darshana Gauchan, EAC News reporter. Thanks for watching us. I'm Dekha Nin, Sales and Marketing Manager at EAC News. Thank you for joining us.
I am Hon Srewat, EAC News Channel Manager. Thank you for watching us.
EAC News, English language news show, Cambodia's most comprehensive. The Daily Roundup on the EAC News channel, shooting interviews into the field. And those pieces to camera. Join us and subscribe. We wouldn't want you to miss a thing. The Daily Roundup on the EAC News channel. EAC News, Cambodia made clear.
You're watching EAC News.
Thanks for joining us.
You're watching EAC News. Thanks for joining us. On Sunday, March 3rd, 2024, Prime Minister Hun Manet, alongside the First Lady, Dr. Pichamani Hun Manet, held a meeting with Cambodian expats living in Australia and New Zealand. This interaction took place amidst the Prime Minister's visit to the Asian Australian Special Summit scheduled from March 1st to the 7th of 2024. Prime Minister Hun Manet addressed the Cambodian diaspora in Australia and New Zealand, expressing his pleasure and reconnecting and conveying warm regards from the former Prime Minister Hun Sen. Amidst a strong turnout, he reflected on Cambodia's journey from conflict to peace and prosperity, crediting peace under Hun Sen's leadership as a pivotal for the country's development and the reconnection of Cambodians globally. Hun Manet emphasised the importance of unity, freedom of expression, and maintaining dignity in the political discourse. He praised the Cambodian communities for support for the government and its successful management of the COVID-19 pandemic, highlighting significant milestones such as the national liberation, the end of civil conflict through the win-win policy, and the fight against COVID-19. Hun Manet pointed out the 2023 National Assembly election results as evidence of the democratic process and the public trust in his leadership, stressing the government's commitment to rapid action and addressing the needs of the Cambodians. Further, he underscored ongoing social protection policies, tourism growth, and welcomed the foreign investments, including a notable Chinese investment in tyre production. The Prime Minister outlined national development projects to enhance transportation infrastructure and reiterated Cambodia's stance against marijuana cultivation, urging investments to prioritise the national's long-term well-being. The addresses highlighted Cambodia's progress, the government's proactive policies for development, and the importance of national unity. Anthony Ellis, EAC News. You're watching EAC News. Thanks for joining us. Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Manet engaged with leaders from the energy, education, agriculture and clean energy sectors to discuss potential investments and collaborations that could benefit Cambodia's development and sustainable goals. The Prime Minister recently had a productive meeting with Mr. Fekio, the CEO of Fresh Start Energy, to discuss introducing state-of-the-art energy management technologies into Cambodia. This collaboration is expected to dramatically change how the nation uses energy, aiming for levels of efficiency and sustainability never seen before. The topic of education was also high on the Prime Minister's list of priorities. He met with Ms. O'Shannessy, the CEO of IDP Education, to talk about the ambitious plans to expand IDP's education's presence in Cambodia. They plan to open new branches in several key provinces, which is likely to significantly boost the country's educational infrastructure. The Prime Minister stressed the importance of English language skills and digital literacy and key drivers for Cambodia's future growth. Agriculture, a cornerstone of Cambodia's economy, received a significant push forward during a conversation with Mr. Sierra, the CEO of Sunrise Group. They explored ways to promote Cambodian jasmine rice on the global stage, taking advantage of Sunrise's wide-reaching export network. This effort is poised to increase the international visibility of Cambodia's agricultural products. Showing his dedication to promoting the environment, the Prime Minister also met with Mr. Pachana, the President of Enserve Holding Australia, to delve into opportunities for clean energy projects. These talks are in line with the Cambodia's goals to fight climate change and promote sustainable economy future powered by green technology. These discussions highlighted the Cambodian government's active role in seeking out international partnerships across crucial sectors. Under the leadership of Prime Minister Hun Manet, Cambodia is on the path towards a future characterised by sustainable growth, enhanced education, agricultural success, and a deep commitment to environmental care. Anthony Ellis, EAC News. You're watching EAC News. Thanks for joining us. Deputy Prime Minister and the First Vice President of the Council of Development of Cambodia, Sun Chen Tol, together with Jim Jones of the Jones Group, held a press conference to explore the potential for enhanced bilateral trade between Cambodia and the United States. Wednesday, 28th of February 2024, a press conference was held at the Council for the Development of Cambodia, where Deputy Prime Minister Sun Chen Tol said Cambodia does not discriminate against any investor.
Our investment law does not discriminate against any investor, right? All investors are treated equally under the investment law of investment of Cambodia. Now, today, you have more investment from China. That's true, that's correct. The fact that, the Chinese come here, but when a Chinese investor come here, I cannot say, sorry, I don't want your investment. I want from the US. We want from every country. So our Prime Minister went to Japan, he went to China, he went to France, he went to attend Davos, the World Economic Forum. I was with him in Thailand. I was with him yesterday in Malaysia. He's going to Australia, try to promote investment from everywhere, not only investment from China. So that's the issue, that why we rely too much on China. We rely on every friendly nation that wish to put investment in the country.
Mr. Jim Jones praised Cambodia's significant progress since 1998, highlighting the country's vibrancy and the hard-working, patriotic spirit of its people. Jones underscored the immense potential for enhanced relations between the two nations, emphasising that the increased trade and investment are key. He called on everyone to work together towards this goal, stressing the importance of people-to-people connections in addition to government ties.
I admire very much the progress that Cambodia has made since 1998. This is a young country, it's vibrant, you can tell that the people are hardworking, that they're very patriotic, and that the potential of great relations between not only our governments but our people, which is most important, will be enhanced by increased trade and increased investment, and it's up to all of us to work together towards that end.
The Deputy Prime Minister outlined Cambodia's main goals and objectives, which include becoming a high-income country by 2050 and improving their standard of living. The focus is on creating and providing better-paying jobs for the people, encouraging investments from any source as long as they comply with the Cambodian laws and respect the courage of the people.
Our goal and objective is to make Cambodia to become a high-income country by 2050. So that's our objective. Our objective is to raise the standard of living of our people. Our objective is to create jobs, better paying job for our people. So regardless where the investment come from, as long as we respect the law of the land, law of Cambodia, and create job for our people, that's what we welcome them.
The Cambodian government has made it quite clear that investors from around the world are welcome to invest here in Cambodia without any prejudice. Anthony Ellis, EAC News. You're watching EAC News. Thanks for joining us. The CEO of Jones Group International, General Jim Jones, visited the Vice President of the Council for Development of Cambodia, Deputy Prime Minister Sun Chen Tol, on February the 26th, 2024, to explore the potential for the direct investment. Mr. Jim Jones emphasised the significance of the private sector in the country's development, social stability and enhancement of relations between Cambodia and the United States. He commended Cambodia for overcoming historical challenges to become as stable as it is today. Today, as we gather to discuss the pivotal role of bilateral trade, it's essential to recognise that our decisions extend far beyond economic transactions. They symbolise enduring partnership and friendship between our two nations, focused on the principles of mutual respect and shared prosperity and security. Our bilateral trade services are bedrock of economic diplomacy, Mr. Jones said. Deputy Prime Minister Sun Chen-tol stated at the ceremony that Cambodia welcomes investment from the United States and encourages further investment growth to exceed more than $1 billion. At present, trade and investments between Cambodia and the US hold immersive potential. Yet there exist untapped opportunities and challenges that must be addressed to foster deeper collaboration and partnership, Mr. Jones had said. A report by the Council for the Development of Cambodia shows that the United States is one of the largest markets, with nearly 40% of Cambodia's total exports going to the United States. It should be noted that the visit of this prominent American company owner follows Mr. Jones' meeting with the Prime Minister of Cambodia, Prime Minister Hun Manet, in New York in September 2023, which pinged his interest in investing in Cambodia, particularly his desire to revisit Cambodia after 50 years. Anthony Ellis, EAC News. You're watching EAC News. Thanks for joining us. Prime Minister Hun Manet has stated that the role of the Deputy Prime Minister should be conferred upon the Minister of Public Works, irrespectively of whether he's the Prime Minister's youngest brother. The Prime Minister highlights the criteria for ascending one of the country's highest officers, emphasising the MER's workload of the responsibilities associated with the Deputy Prime Minister's position. According to Hun Manet, elevating the Minister of Public Service to the senior role underscores the Ministry's vital contributions in assisting the Prime Minister and overseeing a broad spectrum of governmental functions. The Prime Minister stressed merit and professional competency as the fundamental criteria for advancement to the high-ranking government positions, especially underscoring the Deputy Prime Minister's role. The National Assembly of Cambodia voted anonymously to appoint the Minister of Public Service, Hun Mani, as the country's 11th Deputy Prime Minister. The motion requested by Prime Minister Hun Manet received full support from 120 lawmakers present. Hun Mani's promotion to the position showcases his significant contributions and capabilities in public service, reinforcing the government's dedication to meritocracy over familiar ties. This strategy is designed to improve governmental efficiency and responsiveness. The announcement was part of the ceremony honouring the public service excellence, reinforcing the government's focus on merit-based leadership to improve governance and public service in Cambodia. Anthony Ellis, EAC News. Watching EAC News, thanks for joining us. The Ambassador of the Philippines to Cambodia, Maria Amelita Aquino, commented on the royal governments of Cambodia's success in various areas during the courtesy call on Prime Minister Hun Manet. The ambassador expressed appreciation for Cambodia's effective control of COVID-19 pandemic, highlighting the free vaccination program offering the foreigners residing in the country. She also praised the successful hosting of the 32nd SEA Games, the 12th Asian Para Games, and the Asian Summit meetings, as well as Cambodia's contributions to the global peacemaking efforts. Aquino briefed the Prime Minister on her achievements during her diplomatic mission, including strengthening bilateral relations in trade, rice exports, demining, tourism, defence and business linkages. Prime Minister Hun Manet welcomed the ambassador and commended her efforts in fostering cooperation between the two nations. He encouraged further private sector engagement and expressed hope for expanded directed flights and tourism connections, as discussed in his recent meeting with the Philippine President. He also emphasised the importance of strengthening defence cooperation through personnel exchanges and training programs. Anthony Ellis, EAC News. You're watching EAC News. Thanks for joining us. Prime Minister Hun Manet emphasised the importance of protecting Cambodia's national interests. His comments followed the recent arrest of sentencing of two Taiwanese nationals accusing of producing videos that harm the country's reputation. We will defend our nation's interests, the Prime Minister declared. He linked his statement to the arrest of 2 individuals in Setonville who were sentenced to 2 years in prison. Prime Minister Hun Manet acknowledged pleas from intervention in the case, citing defenders' ill mothers. However, he maintained his first stance. If the mothers are unwell, he stated, they should have remained home to take care of them, not flown here to damage their chosen homeland. He issued a direct warning to others contemplating similar actions. Those who exploit Cambodia for online content to gain views at the expense of the national's reputation would face strict legal consequences, he declared. This includes imprisonment, expulsion, and lifetime ban from re-entering Cambodia. Anthony Ellis, EAC News. You're watching EAC News. Thanks for joining us. During the inauguration and the graduation ceremony at the National University of Management, Prime Minister Hun Manet delivered a message urging both personal and national development. He emphasised the importance of self-motivating learning and technological adoption in propelling Cambodia towards its future as a developed nation. Success is not solely the responsibility of our educators, Prime Minister Hun Manet said. It demands personal determination and effort. Without the individual's devotion for self-improvement, even the finest educators cannot lead us to success. He further elaborated on the essence of self-awareness and the pursuit of personal goals as fundamental stepping stones towards achieving success. Understanding one's strengths and weaknesses, coupled with clear goal setting, lays down the path to achievement. It's vital to embrace self-learning, drawing lessons from every experience and moving forward with determination spirit. The Prime Minister also reiterated the government's commitment to nurturing human resources as a cornerstone for the nation's progress. With a vision to elevate Cambodia to development nation's status by 2050, he underscored the need for a dramatic expansion in the skilled workforce, aiming for a 20-fold increase. Prime Minister Hun Manet emphasised the critical role of technology in national development. He called upon the ministries and the state institutions to set a precedent in digital adoption. Technology is now an integral part of our lives. It's imperative for us to embrace and utilise it in our advantages, with ministries and state institutions leading the way. This emphasis on digitalisation as a core national strategy reflects Cambodia's forward-looking approach to governance by development. By advocating for the significant enhancement in skilled workforce and urging wholehearted embrace on digital technology. Anthony Ellis, EAC News.
Prime Minister Hun Manet told all ministries and institutions not to be afraid of the inspection of the Ministry of Inspection to help strengthen the national institutions. He stated that the inspection was not to implement the fifth approach. The Prime Minister remarks are in response to the remarks made by the Minister of Inspection, Mr. Hewitt Hack, at the closing ceremony of the ministry's meeting on Tuesday morning, February 13th, that the ministry's working group had difficulty inspecting some national institute due to these units seemed to have made other excuses, such as having meetings to cover up the facts, not providing enough documents, not wanting to cooperate with the inspection delegation, and seeking intervention from the leadership.
អាចឈានទៅដល់ការបំផិតបំភ័យមន្ត្រីរងអធិការកិច្ចតាមរយៈការហៅសាកសួរក្នុងគោលបំណងមិនផ្ដល់ការសហការល្អជាមួយមន្ត្រីអធិការកិច្ចខ្លះទៀតអាចមានករណីរកហេតុផលណាមួយដើម្បីផ្ទេរឬសម្រួលភារកិច្ចមុខសញ្ញាអធិការកិច្ចដែលបានរាយការណ៍ការពិតជូនគណៈប្រតិភូអធិការកិច្ចនិងខ្លះទៀតខិតខំរកមធ្យោបាយស្នើសុំអន្តរាគមន៍ពីថ្នាក់ដឹកនាំជាដើម
Prime Minister Hun Manet has said that there should be no fear of inspections by the ministry, as no one is perfect. So the search and inspection is just to gather information to find shortcomings and strengthen the National Institute.
នេះជាការជួយទៅដល់រដ្ឋមន្ត្រីប្រធានស្ថាប័នអភិបាលរាជធានីខេត្តក្នុងការតាមដានត្រួតពិនិត្យនៅអាការអនុវត្តកិច្ចការរបស់ខ្លួនដើម្បីយើងដាក់ផែនការកែសម្រួលភ្លាមៗដើម្បីឈ្នះសង្គ្រាម
He reminded of the 5 approaches of former PM Hun Sen, which will continue to apply until now: mirroring, bathing, scrubbing, treatment, and surgery. However, the 5th approach will not be easy to implement. leaving the opportunity to officer know and change their mistake. The Ministry of Inspection is an inspection of the royal government, which has the authority to direct and control the field of inspection in Cambodia and has the duty to inspect in ministries, public institutions, lower administrative institutions, and other legal entities that are required by law.
You're watching EAC News. Thanks for joining us. Cambodia and Thailand have solidified their long-standing friendship with the signing of 5 key agreements on Friday the 7th of 2024. This move marks a new chapter for their bilateral relations, promising mutual benefits and regional progress. Cambodian Prime Minister Hun Manet embarked on a state visit to Thailand, where he met King Maha Vajiralongkorn, Prime Minister Srettha Thavisin, and other delegates. The highlight of the visit was the signing ceremony of 5 memoranda of understanding covering diverse areas of cooperation. Departing from Phnom Penh International Airport at 8 a.m. this morning, the delegation journey signifies a pivotal moment in fostering closer ties between Cambodia and Thailand. Alongside the Prime Minister were notable figures including Dr. Pic Chamani Hun Manet, the First Lady of Cambodia, Mr. Sun Chantal, the First Vice President of the Council for Development of Cambodia, and Sok Chandra Sopia, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, accompanied by key officials and leaders from the Cambodian Chambers of Commerce. A key agenda and the item was to meet the King of Thailand, reinforcing the culture and diplomatic bond between the two countries. Additionally, Prime Minister Hun Manet engaged in meaningful discussions with the Thailand's legislative leaders and met with the Prime Minister Srettha Thavisin to explore avenues for bilateral cooperation. The MOU signed encompass critical areas of collaboration: disaster risk reduction and emergency response, establishing a partnership between Cambodia's National Committee for Disaster Management and Thailand's Ministry of Interior. Education, science and technical cooperation, linking Cambodia's Ministry of Industry, Science, Technology and Innovation with Thailand's Ministry of Higher Education, Science, Research and Innovation to transit goods facilitation between customs departments of both nations. Economic cooperation agreements between Cambodian Chambers of Commerce and the Export-Import Bank of Thailand, and a similar agreement with the Thai Chamber of Commerce. These groundbreaking agreements, under the banner of Strengthening Partnership for Peace and Prosperity, promise mutual benefits for the peoples of Cambodia and Thailand. These symbolize a commitment to enhancing peace, stability and prosperity in the Asian region and beyond, showcasing the enduring friendship and the cooperation between the two countries. Anthony Ellis, EAC News. Heart of Phnom Penh, on the corner of Sihanouk and Norodom, is the Independence Monument built in 1958, representing the independence from the Cambodian people from the French colonialism in 1953. On the 9th of November, the King comes and lights the column to represent the freedom and giving back the country to the Cambodian people. Phnom Penh, where the ancient temples whisper forgotten stories and the Mekong River snakes like a silver serpent, stands a monument shrouded in intrigue. The Independence Monument is a 7-tiered enigma, a lotus-shaped puzzle etched with the secrets of the nation's struggle. Built in 1958, this architectural masterpiece is more than just a visual stunning facade. Each tier is like a locked box, hiding a piece of Cambodia's fight for freedom. The lowest tier whispers of ancient Khmer kings who defined the gasp of enemies. As you ascend, these whispers transform into roars of resistance of movements, tales of guerrillas with hearts of fire and dreams of independence. Cambodia has recently broken free from the shackles of the French colonialism, a pivotal moment that occurred on 9th of November 1953. To honour this momentous occasion, the Independence Monument was inaugurated and designed by the visionary Cambodian architect Van Molivan. In a monument of national pride, the King of Cambodia lights the cauldron at the Independence Monument on the 7th of January of each year, symbolising unity and the enduring spirits of freedom. An historic spectacle that honours the nation's journey and its bright future, This structure isn't just an architectural marvel, it's a fusion of Cambodia's rich heritage with a modernist flair. Standing at the bustling intersection of Norodom Boulevard and Sihanouk Boulevard, the monument captivates onlookers with its unique design. At the heart of this design is a lotus-shaped stupa, a symbol deeply embedded in the Cambodian culture, representing purity and enlightenment. The top 2 levels of the monument are designed in a lotus shape, while the other 5 levels feature nagas, each level displaying 20 nagas, with each naga having 5 heads. The naga is said to represent prosperity and the strong spirit of the Cambodian people. These mythical serpents are a recurring element of the Khmer art and agriculture. The monument is also done by carvings, each depicting different episodes of Cambodia's storied past. As night falls, the monument transforms. Bathed in light, it becomes a beacon in Phnom Penh's nightscape, drawing the eyes of locals and tourists alike. It's a site that encultures the blend of tradition and modernity that characterises Cambodia. The area around the Independence Monument isn't just a place for admiring this architecture, it's a gathering point for the community. Through the year, especially on the national holidays like Independence Day, the monument becomes a sceptre of the celebrations. It's a vivid display of national pride and collective memory. But the significance of the Independence Monument extends beyond these grand occasions. On any given day, you find people strolling around, taking in the view, capturing photographs, and simply enjoying the ambience of the historic spot. You're watching EAC News. Thanks for joining us. Prime Minister Hun Manet highlighted the Cambodian government's commitment to averting fatalities caused by neglect. During the Ministry of Social Affairs closing ceremony on February 6, 2024, the Prime Minister praised the country's social support mechanisms for their crucial role during the COVID-19 pandemic and other crises. These systems have been vital to assisting many and ensuring the stability of society. Cambodia's Prime Minister Hun Manet outlined a clear vision for social protection initiatives. He emphasised empowering citizens and building resilience, rejecting the dependency culture. These measures aim to provide timely support during hardships, preventing worsening living conditions. Speaking at the Ministry of Social Affairs closing ceremony, the Prime Minister mentioned the importance of social protection policies. He explained offering assistance only during adversity, reflecting the government's focus on long-term sustainable living conditions for all. Recognising the link between national and individual economic well-being, Prime Minister Hun Manet stated, "A stable nation requires a stable people's economy." This reflects the broader understanding of economic health, where individual prosperity contributes to the national resilience. By emphasising citizens' empowerment through targeted support, Prime Minister Hun Manet's message provides a roadmap for navigating challenges and building a stronger, more self-reliant Cambodian society. The Prime Minister instructed the Ministry of Social Affairs to explore developing laws to protect homeless individuals and emphasise linking this legal framework with the existing social assistance program, including family support packages. Building temporary shelters across the country was also discussed, alongside providing healthcare, counselling and training for reintegration. Additionally, he called for the studying of social assistance programs for various vulnerable groups, including the elderly, disabled and drug addicts. He also highlighted the importance of collaborating with other ministries to improve senior citizens, associations and expanded drug rehabilitation facilities, encouraging the private sector and civil society organisations to include people with disabilities in the workforce was another key point. These directives suggest a renewed commitment to addressing the needs of Cambodia's most vulnerable populations. Anthony Dallas, EAC News. You're watching EAC News. Thanks for joining us. The Minister of Social Affairs, Veterans and Youth Rehabilitation, Minister Mr. Chie Samati, has marked significant progress in enhancing public services for vulnerable groups, veterans and the youth. In recent address during the 2023 Work Review meeting and a discussion of the 2024 Work Direction, Minister Samati highlighted the pivotal role and the new achievements of the social sector. The Ministry has successfully implemented national programs aimed at creating robust public services that assist victims, former civil servants, veterans, and provide social protection to the popular. Notable achievements include the restructuring of the ministry and to better align with the dynamic needs of the social sector and the establishment of several rehabilitation and care centres across the country. Among key developments include the inauguration of the new facilities like the Victim Mental Health, Drug Rehab Centres. Plans are underway for elderly care and disability centres, in addition to the construction of the National Centre for the Disabled of Cambodia. The Minister also referred to the hosting of the 5th Asian Pacific Conference on Persons with Disabilities from March 15 to 17, 2023, which culminated in the adoption of the Phnom Penh Statement. Minister Samiti also acknowledged the ongoing challenges faced by the social sector, including climate change, infectious disease, migration, homelessness, human and labour trafficking, sexual exploitation, drug use and demographic shifts. These issues underscore the need for the continued collaborative efforts to diverse effective solutions. The Ministry has revamped its structure and initiated 4 key programs to bolster the social security net and improve social protection. These programs are aimed to enhance social services, victim rehabilitation, social protection incentives, and sector governance, focusing on the welfare of those most at risk. Anthony Ellis, EAC News.
You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. Prime Minister Hun Manet held a meeting with his Council of Ministers today to review his administration's progress and discuss areas of improvement. He specifically called for action in reducing drunk driving and ensuring Cambodia's irrigation systems are ready to handle a prolonged dry season. During the Council of Ministers meeting, the Prime Minister instructed the Ministry of Agriculture to work with the National Committee for Disaster Management so they can inspect and restore irrigation systems as much as possible and solve water shortages because climate change will likely prolong the dry season. He said that water resources have been drained even further since farmers began growing more rice as its market value increased. The Prime Minister also asked the Ministry of Information to cooperate with the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Commerce to set up a specific executive group to monitor alcohol advertising. The decision is part of a wider campaign the government has recently implemented to address alcohol abuse in Cambodia, including banning women and children from appearing in alcohol ads and disseminating information on the dangers of drunk driving. The Prime Minister has also asked the police to better enforce traffic laws, especially when it comes to suspects driving under the influence. Kristen Winters, EAC News. The Ministry of Public Works and Transport announced that a new bridge will be built across the Basak River. After a meeting on Wednesday morning, Secretary of State Suong Hang announced that the bridge will span from Chakangkre Krom to Prek Pra districts across the Basak River. The bridge and the connecting road are to be built under the concessional credit framework of the Chinese government. The bridge is to help reduce traffic congestion across the Monivong Bridge, connecting National Road 1 in Chba Ampao. The new bridge will also help accelerate the development of the area and improve the efficiency of transportation and logistics in Phnom Penh. He also pointed out that the royal government plans to build 2 more bridges across the river, the Cambodia-South Korea Friendship Bridge and the bridge connecting the expressway from Phnom Penh to Bavet. Kristen Winters, EAC News. You're watching EAC News. Thank you for joining us. Prime Minister Hun Manet held meetings with commerce representatives from Japan and the United States this morning, where he promoted Cambodia's attractive investment laws and policies in hopes of gaining more foreign investment in textiles, real estate, and small businesses. EAC News reporter Anthony Ellis has the story.
This morning, the Prime Minister met Japan Chamber of Commerce representative Yoshihisa Suzuki, who said that his commitment to interested in expanding the investment in the textile sector in Cambodia in the form of original equipment manufacturing. More domestic manufacturing will result in even more clothing sporting a Made in Cambodian tag. Mr. Suzuki emphasised Japan's existing investment in Cambodia in the textile, gas supply and agriculture sectors and said his visit is to explore more options for investment and economic development in Cambodia. Prime Minister Hun Manet also held a meeting with the American Chambers of Commerce President Devin Bada, who expressed AmCham's interest in attracting foreign investment in Cambodia in real estate market and women-owned small businesses. He specifically noted that the United States' commitment to providing trained and skills development programs to help women build resilient enterprises in Cambodia. In both meetings, Prime Minister Hun Manet praised the good cooperation between Cambodian government and the Foreign Commerce Chambers. He encouraged Japan and the US to expand the potential for further investment in Cambodia with confidence. He also highlighted the attractivenesses of the new investment laws and incentive policies for investors and businesses to enter more favourable and flexible investment environment. Anthony Ellis, EAC News.
You're watching